Are you happy about this being so? Huh? There's a point in the Course where Jesus says, how come you're not, really happy? This is your freedom. See, the happier you become about this, the closer you are to the end of time. Isn't that so? I mean, this is really a way out for you. Oh, yeah. There's no question you can get out this way. Strangely enough, there's no other way to get out but this. These perceptual consciousnesses will say, well, tell me what you're going to do. What did you accomplish? How is this going to turn out? And you say, I have the vaguest idea. I'm just here in love and light, and I'll be here for another moment, or I'm gone from here, or they will not understand you. What? You have undergone a transformation of your mind. Will you be here for a moment in that? Sure. Why not? Why? You're here for a moment in that right now. Yes. Did you depart here and are gone from here? Yeah. Yeah. Are you really not here? You are really not here. You know why you are not here? This is nowhere. Right. How long did this last? Just a moment. This is the place where you come to discover that you didn't have to be here. This is the place where you came to die. You used to make it a long time. You used to make it 10 million years, and then you made it 80 years in this lifetime, didn't you? But it was always just a moment. And this was the moment when you decided that time would end. Yes. So time is ending. Do you have a need to know what it's going to be like when time is ended? Huh? It's going to be like this. If you need to ask, is this okay with you? Well, not exactly. Well, then, You see? Expect God now. This is all we teach. See, this shift that's come about in you cannot be described by future associations. It's a now condition. It's a condition of, hey, I'm the whole universe. I'm sitting here in peace and joy and happiness. Nothing can threaten me and I cannot die. Now, if you tell that to consciousness, he's liable to say, you're a liar, you can too die, and he'll kill you to prove it. Okay? That has nothing to do with what we're teaching. He's always killed you to prove his reality. There are only dead ones here. They kill themselves in their own associations, but they never die. Isn't that funny? You're always crucifying the Christ. Isn't that amazing, isn't it? The proof of life here is death. Okay, what are you going to do now? Okay, I'm telling you that you're eternal, and that you can't die, and that you're perfect, and that you're in heaven, and that you're very happy, and this never happened, and it's not real. How do you feel about that? All right. Well, then you'll be in heaven. Huh. Yes. You believe it? Yes. It would have to be so if you do. Yes. If you don't, it won't be. But remember, there's only your own mind with this now. There's not another mind connected to it. I know you're going to go out and collect these dark ones that I just read you, and they're going to authenticate you, aren't they? Why? You told them to. Yes. 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 You told them your name was Mary. You told them their name was Joe. You want to share that limited association, Adam and Eve. Yes. Who did you think you were if you weren't Adam and Eve? That's who you are. And you left the garden. And you're in the land of Nod. You only got just outside the gate. You never went anywhere. All of this has just been your own split mind. You think there's a rage in heaven. You think that somehow Lucifer was cast out of heaven. That's nonsense. There is no conflict in heaven. The conflict is in you. Yes. Yes. Lucifer, the bearer of the light. That's you. Yes. Can you see that? Did you know that you were Lucifer? Yeah, of course. So you are. Isn't that amazing? What's the difference between Lucifer and God? From God's standpoint, nothing. From Lucifer's standpoint, the conflict of his own associate mind in his determination to miscreate. It's not real. Isn't that something? This is a very broad associate batch because when you do the Christian message, you guys are nothing but Christian memories. You've got a lot of associations of crucifixion, resurrection, torture, all the things that have gone on, okay, in your established denial, and also the other side of you that has been determined to get this in your schizophrenic mind. Every memory that there has ever been of all humans that have ever inhabited the earth is contained in you. You are nothing but a bag of memories. Now you're going to take all those memories and not be in conflict with yourself. Isn't that astonishing? The Akashic record. That's, you can go into that warehouse and you find everything you want in there. But don't keep the warehouse separate from yourself. Go into your own library, and then there's no frame of reference outside of you to identify yourself. Okay? You jumped into your own thoughts. Now there's nothing to know you're here, therefore you're eternal. You've lost your perceptual association with yourself. You express that as loss of self. We express it as finding yourself, becoming whole. I was lost and now I'm found. Amazing grace. Is this a reassociation for you in time with all of these consciousnesses that are around you? Oh, sure. This Gaelic energy, this Irish energy you're feeling is St. Paddy's Day energy. Can you feel it? All of you are Irish. You populated Europe for 400 years. All of the priests, all of the nuns, all of the priests were all Gaelic. We're all came out of the Druin association of Christhood. Came out of the ancient wisdom of Druinism, of course. The story is a twice told tale. It just keeps getting repeated. And you have a perfect memory of this in your mind. I don't want to take anything away from you. I want to give you all of this. Just don't judge it. Just accept it as a part of you. Okay? All power is given unto you in heaven and earth. And there's nothing that you can't do. Now, have we tied this properly together with the teachings of Jesus Christ, our brother, our later brother? This will occur in the next 2 pages of chapter 1, where he'll say, I'm a step ahead of you in time. Okay. We are not equal in time. I'm a step ahead of you, and I can direct you to this through the use of your own mind associations, because we are in fact singular. And that's the directions of the Course in Miracles. And that's the directions you will take with your new enlightened mind as you begin to teach the Course, won't you? You go out and say, I am the living Son of God, and I declare to you our wholeness. I say to you that this message coming from God directs us to this reassociation of love through the relinquishment of ourselves. Okay? I think you should be able to do that now. Don't you? Your salvation depends on it. It's the conflict is only in your mind, you see. As you begin to experience the ecstasy of the union of this reassociation with God, you won't want to do anything else, would you? Will you? You're perfect in your own mind. You'll let the dead bury the dead. You'll look around you and see that everybody loses here. Okay? That all they're looking forward to is finally cancer and death and sickness. Isn't this so? The body's going to fall apart and rot and get old, and you said, I'm not going to do that. I am not going to take this dream of death and allow it to be what I am. I am more than that. I am not this. This is just a little spot. All outside of me is all this universe. I want to know what that is. You guys that are with me have never been satisfied with your limited form associations. That's why you're with me. You've been forced into a mold of limited perceptual identity. You are, in fact, a transforming creature. You are ahead in your own time associations. Okay? And that's why you're here. Jesus says you're very early. Okay? And you are early. But it's never too early. That's a direct sentence. Why? You know about it. Okay? There's no reason why you can't do this, and did do this. Time is a sleight of hand. Okay? The time you chose is now, and this is the time it always happened. This demonstration of the parting of the veil is a very real thing going on in here, as you know. And those of you listening to this tape, I hope that you can feel the joy that's going on in these consciousnesses in their dedication to the scripture of this reassociation. They found a way out of their dilemma. That's what this is. Is this really happening to you? Yeah? Yeah. This is an entirely different time than this morning. See? This whole reassociation is much later on in time. And you say, well, we appear to be doing the same thing. You'll always be doing the same thing. This is all that you do all the time. You never do anything but this. Some of you really hear me when I do this. This is all you can ever do. You can do this later in time. As I read you this morning, you can't choose the curriculum, okay? Why? Because the curriculum is all that you ever do. But you said, this is all that I can ever do, so you've brought time together rather than futurizing possibilities. When you do that, you undergo a shift in your associations, and it's later in time and you're doing the same thing. You're still you, you're just a different you, but you can't tell the difference because you've lost your capacity for separate associate identities. The exact difference in my illumined mind and yours until it wakes up, okay, is I am very certain that perceptual consciousness is not real, that it's just a distance between its own thoughts. Okay, so it wouldn't make any difference what you said to me about your own identity. Obviously, it doesn't have any source. It's not real. None of this is real. Okay, that's what I told you this morning. All right. Now, when your mind knows that, it doesn't say, well, I'm still working on the possibility. It knows with certainty that this is not so. Why? Everything that's real knows that is not so. And what does not know it, but thinks that this is not real. That's how simple this program is. That's what you're undergoing and have undergone. And it's nice to see that. Can you be happy in this new creative purpose? You guys, you'll be ecstatic. Right. You're going to be allowed to create with whole mind rather than limiting yourself to a definition of you. Before, you've always had to judge your creative capacities. What absurdity.